Hi, you're watching TV Rebel and Backstage, and here with me is really big Mr. Lordi from Lordi. Hi.
Hey.
Hey. By the way, you're very scary.
No, I'm not. I'm just sweaty. You mix scary with sweaty. I'm sweaty. Yeah.
How you enjoyed the show tonight?
Good, but sweaty. But then again, that's always the case.
How do you like Ostrava?
I like Ostrava. Yes, I like it. You know, being here quite a few times. You know, so yeah, always liked it. And you know, actually, every single place in Czech Republic is fucking awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
I heard that. I saw that tonight. People were singing. Mm-hmm. It's a great show. Okay, thank you for that.
Děkuji.
How about your Czech? I heard.
Oh, that's all I know. And what was it? No, I forgot it already. What the hell was it? Lordi soi kurvi.
Oh, that's not. You've got a lot of records. You've got a lot of albums.
Yeah.
And do you still have inspirations, ideas?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I actually have to keep them bottled up a little bit because now this album that is like new now. I think it came like a month ago or something. I don't know, month and a half ago. We already recorded that one a year ago. So I am bottled up with new songs and ideas, but I have to restrain myself not to touch guitar or keyboards or anything. So because otherwise, you know, I know the time schedule still that there's going to be a lot of time before we can actually get to the studio and do the next one. So I have to hold myself. So a lot of ideas all the time. That's my blessing and the curse that I write all the time. A lot.
New album. That's an album with a new guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
So, how different is Lordi now?
How different? I think the essence is the same. I mean, we are quite pretty still. And we still rely heavily on the 80s melodic, hooky, hard rock or classic rock, if you will. That's our cup of tea. Of course, I mean we've done albums with flirting with metal or even disco and shit, you know. So we you know, kind of like widened our range quite a bit in the last, let's say, decade. But what's different? Well, obviously on the guitar section, and I'm saying this with all my heart, with all my love and respect to my old bandmate Eamon, but I mean what Kone, the new guy, brought into the band is a lot of professionalism and a lot of like a lot of fucking talent. I mean, he's a great guitar player. Not to say that Eamon wasn't, but it's different kind. You know, he's more technical player. I mean, Kone is, you know. And I always, as a Kiss fan, I always used to Kiss comparison. So Eamon was definitely our Ace Frehley and Kone is our Bruce Kulick.
That's right. The new members, their masks, all of that. Is that their ideas?
Partly, yes. I already almost 20 years ago, I noticed that I used to make a mistake with some of the members who were joining the band. I just told them that you're going to be this, you're going to be like that, you're going to look like this, and this is your character. But at some point, I realized that it doesn't work if the band member inside the costume and inside the character doesn't feel like that. So nowadays, and unfortunately we have had like 16 people in this fucking band, so I always ask that what kind of a character would you like to be? So absolutely Kone wanted to be he wanted to be Iron Maiden's Eddie. And and some sort of like a stormtrooper or Darth Vader. It's like, okay, so he's kind of like that. That's the inspiration where it came from. And with Heezy, that was a little bit more difficult because he really didn't have any horror characters that he would like. He said, pirate. I was like, well, pirate is an old profession. It's not a character, you know. But yeah, we got into that. He likes a lot of like South American, you know, shit like the I don't know, Incas or Mayas or something like Indians and shit like that. He likes a lot of that. So his first costume was like inspired by that, kind of like a something like that.
You said horror movies, horror icons. Your favorite horror of character?
Oh, Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Yeah, visually, Freddy, absolutely. But there's so many. Henrietta from Evil Dead 2 is one of my favorites. Well, I mean, Leatherface I like.
So
But then
classical
again,
horrors.
Yeah, but then again, it's different if you ask the visual, like mainly the influences for Lordi from horror films or horror film characters are coming from the from the graphic design or the visual side of things. If you ask my favorite horror movie characters in film, then it might be different, you know. Like for example, Reagan from The Exorcist and stuff like that. But so it's different, you know. If you ask a nerdy questions, you'll get a nerdy answer, you know.
Back to your albums. For you, which album is the most important in Lordi's history?
Always the current one. Always the current one. And it's always the best, you know. That's how I truly, absolutely, honestly feel every time. The newest album is always the best. How it feels, you know. That's how. Of course, you have to have like I don't know, time span of 5-6 years maybe, and then you can actually see it like outside the box. And when you get a little bit of distance to the album, so was it the best? Usually it wasn't, but at the time being, it's always the best album, and it's the most important album at the time. That's how it feels, and I think that's how it should be with any artist of any genre. The album that you are working on or that you just got out should be the most important album for you at that time.
You do the best for the actual album. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember your first show?
Yeah, I remember very well. Yeah.
Was you nervous?
Yeah, not in that, because I have this weird handicap that I'm not really nervous type. I don't really get nervous about something if I think I know my shit, you know. So even then I knew that this is my shit and nobody will do it better. Nobody's a better Lordi than I am, you know. So and nobody will perform my songs better than I do. That's you know. So I have a lot of self-confidence in that thing. So even with the first show, I think I was nervous, but not with those aspects that many people would consider to be nervous. Like I'm not nervous in stepping in front of the audience or something. I'm more nervous about something like, do I remember the lyrics? And most of the nights I don't, because I suck at remembering the lyrics. I am, and I'm getting worse at it. I'm getting worse at it every fucking year. It's I don't know, but yeah. I forgot the question already.
We've got a 2023. It's a digital age. It's a age of internet.
Oh, I hate it.
How difficult is keep your anonymity?
Really fucking easy, actually. It's not difficult at all anymore. I mean, because here's the thing: the mainstream media is not interested in us anymore, which is a fucking good thing, because after Eurovision for a couple of years that was a fucking pain in the ass. But it's like it's not difficult for me at all, not one tiny bit, because I have never been on social media my whole life, not 1 second. I've never been on Facebook or fucking, what are these fucking Twitters and shit, you know, Instagrams. I'm not there, and I won't be there. I hate that whole thing, so easy for me.
I understand. Back to this tour. You play with Sabaton and Baby Metal. So
That is correct. I noticed that.
So how are you enjoying this together?
Very easy tour for us, so enjoying it quite a bit because it's easy. It's like we're opening acts every night. So short set, like 42 minutes. Easy. I mean, usually I would around this time that I'm already out from the stage, I usually would start to put on my makeup right now, and our show would be like in 3 hours. So it's a early night, short sets, easy, very nice, and easy job.
Oh, by the way, do you recording in studio in costumes?
No.
Okay. So your plans to the future with Lordi?
Well, this tour is still going on for, I don't know, 2 weeks or a week and a half or something. Then, pretty much immediately we're gonna have to start rehearsing for the summer festivals because we're, changing the set, summer festivals. Then we'll start preparing for our own headline tour for the album. So, no rest for the wicked.
Okay.
No.
I thank you a lot for your time.
Thank you.
And you can tell something your fans.
Something for the fans. I want to say something.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
I suck at this. Every time when somebody asks to say something like something.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Děkuji.
With Lordi.